So it's time for us to go ahead and talk about the Samsung Galaxy S20 and see how this device holds up in the later part or the middle part of 2022. Now what I will definitely tell you is the Galaxy S20 I think is still a beautiful phone for sure. I think Samsung did a tremendous job with this phone when they first dropped it, but I even think as of now this phone has really only gotten better and better throughout time. And with something like the Galaxy S20, this phone is kind of ahead of its time, to be honest, still. With the release of the Galaxy S22 that came out, as well as the S22 Plus and all these other phones, I think Samsung just did such an amazing job with their Galaxy S20 series that they hold up so well now that I think Samsung is probably going to end the support of these phones very, very soon, just because they did such a great job. Now, I did a early 22 review of this thing and it still holds up fairly exactly the same as it was before. The body is identically the same as it was before. So we still have that 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display on the front that looks beautiful. This was the first Samsung S series device to have 120Hz, which that in and of itself was extremely just one of the most important things Samsung could have done to, kind of differentiate the S10 and the S20. This phone still has that microSD card slot as well, which is amazing. Having that type of capability on this type of device is so futuristic. It's so futuristic in a way that most phones from the future are not even supporting this. So it's just making this phone ahead of its time in so many different ways in that standpoint. Still has Samsung DeX. The only thing I really didn't like about the Galaxy S20 was the back of this device. It just did not look that good at all. It looked like some 1993 render of a phone from the future. It just did not look good at all. I was not a fan of the back of this phone. I love the glass back and everything, and it's weird that the plastic back on the Galaxy S21 looked better than the glass back on this thing. So that's something I've been thinking about. I'm still not a fan of it, but triple camera setup on the back still looks great. Wireless charging with reverse wireless charging as well, which is awesome. So overall, the body still feels very, very good. This phone also has gotten some software improvements since even earlier this year, and this phone is expected to get One UI 5. I think there's probably already a beta rolling around or whatever. Probably in the next few months there's going to be something. So this phone should be getting that next major release of Android, which should be another big improvement for this specific phone's lifecycle. I'm expecting that to be probably the last version of software this thing's going to be getting, but I will say performance side of things, software side of things, the overall Galaxy S20 experience has been very, very stable and has been very, very solid so far. I still don't have too many complaints with this specific device as of right now from that specific standpoint. But also one other thing I wanted to state is actually with the Galaxy S22. I compared this phone against the Galaxy S22 and I still think this is a very solid choice what Samsung did. The Galaxy S20 holds up so well against the S22. Even though the S22 is a little bit better, I would say, in terms of the build quality and everything, I still think this is a solid point that Samsung made, that this specific device still holds up so well so many years later. So what I will definitely tell you is right now in 2022, this is still a phone that's going to hold up extremely well for many, many years to come. I think if you buy this phone today, it's still going to be here for probably the next year or two. But even if you want a phone that's going to last you 3 years, this phone is still going to be getting security updates and everything too, which is still a really big deal in my opinion. So as of right now, I will still say the middle part of 2022, this phone holds up very, very well. Is it the first phone I'd recommend buying? Honestly, I mean, if you want to get a decent deal, this is not a bad choice. If you want and if you can afford it, go for the Galaxy S22. If not, go for this phone. I think it still has a lot of value for sure. So that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.